When we're on stage, all this was about was us doing comedy.
Mm-hmm.
This is all this about. When you first get up on stage, D.L. Hughley was at the store last night. And I looked at him and I'm like, I still remember him blowing up Def Jam off an MC spot. Getting a standing ovation. And that had to be over 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
When he was hosting Def Jam. He took it from Martin for a while. Martin Lawrence quit or something. I don't know what the deal was. I saw him get a standing ovation as an MC on HB fucking O.
Wow.
If he was that good then, how deadly and calculated is he today? That was pure energy off an MC spot. That was always my dream. That's the reason why when I went to the store, see, a little secret that a lot of people don't know is I had already become a regular. And I was already hosting on Sunday nights. But they said they needed a doorman on Sunday nights. So I went to Mitzi. I go, Mitzi, how about I work the door from 7 to 10? And then at 10 I host. And while I do my 15 minutes, I have somebody work the door. And then when I get off stage, in between sets, I just have somebody watch the back door. And she goes, done. But she was never there on Sundays. So I scammed it out. I farmed it out.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you have to do this to people because at that time, the store had this overflow of comics. It doesn't have it anymore. Like, you don't see that at all anymore. But there was a time when there was an overflow of comics that would go up to the mingle on any given night, especially if the rumor got out that Mitzi was going to be up there during the week. So a lot of old-time comics and comics would show up there, like those hallways that you see now, that's all people. When I got to the store, that was all comics, waiting for Mitzi to come up there so they could torment her.
Oh, to
How
beg
come
her
I
for
don't get
shit.
spots no more? Mitzi, we love you. Can we get you a soda? So there was all those people up there, and they were haters.
Oh, that's so gross.
So what they would do is, in those days at 12 o'clock, somebody would come out, and they would put a list out. And those first 20 people would sign up. And those were regulars who didn't get spots. So it would be a bunch of regulars who didn't get spots. So what I would do is, like, the reason why they weren't getting spots, it was because they just didn't cut it.
Yeah.
I knew this from the grapevine.
Yeah.
You know, that this guy bombed too much. This guy bombed in front of Mitzi. You hear about it, you know.
Yeah.
So you saw that list. I would see the list and go, oh, this is like 6 bombs in a row. And there's 100 people in there. They can't take it.
Yeah.
I didn't do this for myself for personal reasons. I did this so there could be a longer show.
Right, so they didn't walk everybody.
These comics that would sign up, the first 20, were comics that were disgruntled. They were pissed off. They were angry. They were jealous. And I don't blame them. I'm not mad at anybody. I would never want to be in that position myself. At that position, I had nothing. In those years, I had nothing. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't as disgruntled as they were.
Right.
At least I had the Sunday night hosting spot at 10 o'clock. That was a cool fucking spot to have. Okay, so it would be the open mic, friends and neighbors, whatever the fuck program.
Friends and family.
And then they would slip a few regular door people in there.
Sure.
And then I would come up at 10 and do 10 minutes. So what I would do on Sunday nights was I would pace it out. The first Sunday I would call Paul Mooney. And go, Paul Mooney, I'm hosting tonight, bro. If you're there at 10:15, I'll put you on and you can do how much time you want to do. You get me?
Yeah, I got you.
And he'd say, okay, brother, I'll be down. And he'd get there, sure enough, 10 o'clock. I'd fucking get off stage to Paul Mooney so I can leave. Mm-hmm. So I would get up, go outside, get Don Barris and go, Don, here's the list. You want to host the rest of the night? And the next day I would find out that Mooney did an hour. So by that time, it's Mooney. By the time Mooney got off, they lost 40 people and those guys could get on stage. But those 20 comics would be back there fucking furious.
Of course.
Furious. And I would never say it was me. I would always go, what do you want me to do? Stop Paul Mooney from going on stage?
Yeah.
So I had a list. I had Mooney, Eddie Griffin, Rogan, Dice.
Oh, wow.
So I would rotate them. So every Sunday I would call them and say, hey, I know you're interested in doing an hour. Come on down and do your hour. I'm going to get off stage at 10:10. And they'd get there and I'd get off stage and bring them up. And I'd give Don Barris the paperwork. And I'd go buy a fucking gram of blow. And go in the bathroom and do it. And wait for fucking the guy that dressed up like Jesus Christ to come in. That he used to hate Jewish people. So he used to put his finger under his nose. And then he'd lock himself in the men's bathroom. And they'd kick the door down to get him up. Robert Epivaya. Every Sunday night, I dealt with lunatics up there.
He's still there.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He wears a green jacket.
Yes.
He goes on stage and he talks about, the
What
Nazi
does he
conspiracy.
look like now?
He looks old and crazy. I'm certain just as crazy as he did when you saw him. He's
They
just
told
old
me,
now.
they accused me of lighting him on fire one night, which I wasn't even
I
here.
wish you had.
I was in Miami, and I got a call from the talent
Sounds like something you might have done.
I was thinking about it, but I talked about it, and
I
somebody
think about
took
it
it
every
seriously.
time I'm working and he's
Because it was a firebomb. What happened was he would lock himself in the men's bathroom right by the window there. Now, you don't know how many times. There was comics that actually put mirrors. There was one comic in particular with no names. No names.
Sure.
In fact, I just saw him on Facebook. He's not a comic no more. He had a mirror in that bathroom, and you could see girls pissing and shit. So all you had to do is sit on the stairs and look at the mirror.
Oh, wow.
This guy was a filthy animal. That's why he's not a comic no more.
Oh, my God.
We would always sit there and talk shit. In those days, what's his name? The guy that hosts that night, the Ding Dong show?
Yeah.
What's
Don
his name?
Barris.
Don Barris would torment Robert Epivaya. They would go at it so bad that Robert Epivaya would lock himself in the men's bathroom for hours. They'd have to bang on the door.
They still go at it.
No,
He calls him a racist pedophile.
Yes. So this is real. So one night I'm sitting there and I'm like, why doesn't somebody just light a fire and throw it into the window like toilet paper, put gasoline on it? Oh, I watched The Burning Bed once too many times.
We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.